It's a very exciting movie. It's a bit like being stepped on for 2 hours. You feel like your breathing is slightly restricted. Now, what is so impressive, Jessica, in many ways about your performance is the monologues and these huge speeches you have. Was there any point when you're doing them where you're like, in your head, you're thinking, this is going great, but if I get to the end and forget the last line, I'm gonna have to do the whole thing again?
No, because if you thought that, then you were gonna forget the line that you're saying. You know, that's what happens. If you ever, in the middle of saying a line, if you ever think, and this happens sometimes in theater, if you ever think of, what's my next line? You've lost it. Because there's a rhythm you have to keep on. And you really, with especially a character like Elizabeth Sloane, she moves at such a fast pace, much faster than my rhythm, that if you have got to play her intention every moment, and you gotta like keep moving forward, and if you don't, you've dropped the ball.
That is why I dropped the ball in my A-level theatre.
Oh, really? You kept dropping your lines?
It's the beginning. It's the start. It's the that's the thing.
That's because you had the panic before, trying to think, what is my line?
Always panicking. I think that's the problem. You just learn to relax. The other interesting thing about the movie is it's not the hardest sell in a sense that you're dealing with quite intricate politics and current affairs. And especially in Britain, we don't have the same issues. And yet it's still really exciting. Was that obvious in the writing when you saw it?
Yeah, to me it felt like an Aaron Sorkin script.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, right?
I had to check that it wasn't.
Exactly. It's a first-time script by Johnny Pereira, who is a Brit, who was working as a lawyer. The day that he paid off his college debt, he quit law and went to Singapore and started teaching English, and then said, I wonder if I can write a script, and he wrote Miss Sloane. I think we're gonna see a lot from him because he really does have an incredible mind, and I love the female character that he created.
Part of me, when I was watching this, was thinking, a few years ago, George Clooney would have done this kind of thing, and I'm glad that finally Clooney is being, bumped down the list of, casting agents are finally realizing.
Of political thrillers.
Exactly.
No. What's incredible is that we've seen male characters play parts like this, and we've never questioned their likability or their motives or whether or not it was an all right thing for them to do, and wanted them to apologize for being who they were. And Elizabeth Sloane she's a woman that takes on these characteristics of being ambitious and prepared and intelligent and ruthless. And I like that she shatters the stereotypes of what a woman is supposed to be.
But the interesting thing as well is that it's not one note. There's that amazing hotel scene where she breaks down, and it is that acting is just off the scale. That is so good,
you.
The way you well up. Is that easy for you to do, to get teary when you're talking? Because it looked so realistic.
You know, I don't think in terms of like, okay, I need to get teary, because then usually that means you're not gonna get teary. What I try to do is like fill up with whatever the character is hiding. And so you fill up, like right before action, you like just remember, okay, what is she struggling with? Okay, what did she just do to her coworker? So what is that reminding her of her childhood? What maybe did her mother do? Like all these things. And then on action, it's there, but she doesn't want anyone to see it. And so that's the trick you have to play, where then sometimes it spills out, but then you have to pull it back in.
Well, and you can do that over and over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're forcing
I'm an actor,
something... No.
It's what I do for a living, by the way.
If you're forcing something, then you can't do it over and over again because it's just all tension. But if you're just allowing it to be new and different each time, it's not like doing it over and over again, because maybe the dam breaks at a different point in the scene.
And you celebrated your birthday a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I did.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
You ate a lot of guacamole.
I did.
See, I've been
following. Did you see my Instagram?
No, I have to. I've been living with this movie for a while because you've been on the circuit for festivals and things like that.
Yeah.
And you said you'd spent it in Mexico and you'd had lots of guac, and I thought that is obviously the ingredient for a good, fun life. Is it? Lots of
absolutely. The avocados and beer. And chips is also delicious.
Yeah.
Happy for that.